Guys, we're dealing with the sum and difference of two cubes. All right, so we got two terms, okay, with some minus sign in between. That's what we call the difference. And then the cube, all right? And then when it's the sum, that's a plus sign, addition sign. Then we have the two terms, and then we have the cube right there, okay? So for the difference of two cubes, when you have this format that you're dealing with, so that means the answer is a minus b. So you got to find what a is, what b is, times a squared plus a times b plus b squared. All right? So you follow this formula to get to your final answer. The same thing when it's the sum of two cubes. So you have a plus b in parentheses, then the next parenthesis, which is times a squared minus a times b plus b squared. As you guys can see, they look alike, but they are not the same. Okay? So the difference one has the minus sign for the first term, but the plus one, the sum, has a plus for the first term. Okay? The first parenthesis. And then as you can see inside the second parenthesis for the difference, everything is plus. But when you come to the sum, the middle one carries the negative sign. So that's a major difference that they have. Okay? So minus, plus, plus, minus, period. Once you know the first one or the second one, it's easy to get to the second one. All right? So that's how I learned it. And that's how it made it easy for me those days. All right? So you guys can get some tips from there. All right, so let's go. So we have x to the third power minus 27. Or x cubed minus 27. So what does this mean? What are we looking for? We're looking for a and b. So a and b, correct? But at this point, it's a cubed minus b cubed. So that means we're looking for the variable that will multiply itself 3 times to give you x to the third power. It's going to be x. Because x times x times x, that will give you x to the third power. All right? So this is x to the third power. All right, minus, so 27 also is what? So we're looking for the number that will multiply itself 3 times to give you 27. That number is going to be 3 because 3 times 3 times 3 is going to give you 27. So this is minus 3 to the third power. All right, we good so far? So this is a, which is x, b is 3. And the only thing that is left for you to do is to substitute in there. So you have x minus 3 times, okay? So that gives you x squared plus a times b. So that means 3 times x plus b squared. That means 3 squared. You guys good so far? Following? Okay. And then we can only apply and calculate inside. So the first one stays the same, which is x minus 3. Times with the parentheses. So x to the second power is x to the second power plus 3 times x is 3x plus 3 squared is what? 9 because 3 by 3 is 9. And ladies and gentlemen, you have finished right over here. Okay? It's not that bad. So once we see the cube and stuff, we get scared. No. Take your time, figure things out, and then get going with the concept and the step-by-step work, okay? So now when we have x to the third power plus 27, as you guys can see, this problem looks just the same thing as this one. The only difference is what? One is minus, the other one is plus. In case you are given both of them and you work this out already, so the only thing left to do is just to write out the answer, okay? So in this case, so you're done. So this is x plus 3, all right? As we follow the formula in this case now. And then what happens? X squared minus 3x plus 9. Finished. Okay? You are done. All right? So now let's go to the third question here. 125x to the third power minus 1. So the same thing here is, what's the number that will multiply itself 3 times to give you 125? And that number is going to be 5 because 5 times 5 times 5 will give you 125. And then, so as the x to the third power, because x times x, we give you x to the third power. What about 1? It's going to give you 1 because 1 times 1 times 1 is giving you 1. All right? So here we are. So this is giving us 5x to the third power minus 1 to the third power. Make sense? All right? And then, so we have here, this is equal to, so it's 5x because that's A, minus 1, that's the B, right? And then 5x to the second power plus A times B. We're following the formula, right? A times B. So that will give us 5x times 1. And then plus 1 to the second power. Okay? So this then is going to give us 5x minus 1 times with the parentheses. So 5x squared will give us what? So that means you're doing 5x times 5x, which is going to give you 25x squared, right? So 5x times 5x is going to give us 25x squared, okay? It's 25x squared here. And then plus 5x times 1 is going to give us what? 5x. And 1 squared will give us 1 because it's 1 times 1. And then you are done in this one as well. Finished. All right? So we good? Let's go to the fourth one. So as you guys can see, these numbers like 27, 125, and 64, you need to know when you're dealing with cube roots or third root, you need to know those numbers that will multiply themselves 3 times to give you these numbers here. Very important. Okay? You cannot skip that. All right? So 64x to the third plus 125. So we are now doing what? The sum of 2 cubes. Okay? And the sum of 2 cubes, then what's happening to this one is, so you end up with, so the number that multiplies itself 3 times to give us 64 is 4. And then x cubed, we already know that, and 124, we already know that too. So this one is cubed here, plus 5, then squared. Third, sorry. Okay, so let's go. Now this is equal to what? This is 4x plus 5 times, so that will give us 4x to the second power plus, so we have 4x times 5 plus 5 to the second power. All right? And then this is 4x plus 5. This is very exciting, right? I know you guys love it already. So let's go. So it's 4x squared is what? It's 16x squared because it's 4x times 4x is 16x squared. Because 4x squared. Now 4x times 5 is going to give us what? It's going to give us 20x. And then plus, what is 5 to the second power? 5 times 5 is 25. And then this is it for this one also. We are done with it. So ladies and gentlemen, see the problems here. Take your time, go one at a time, step by step. Don't rush yet, okay? We're still learning. By the time we finish learning, and then we're doing reviewing and stuff, now we can go faster. All right, we can go faster. And also, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to like, share, comment, and also subscribe to our channel so that we can continue to grow as a family. Thank you very much.